Hi, my name is Julian McKay, and for my internship, I worked at Middlesex Middle School in an English classroom. I worked with Mrs. Penny Watt on the yellow team in an English B classroom. When you're in 6th grade at Middlesex, English is split up into two, both English A and English B. English A being reading and English B being writing. So, because I worked in an English B classroom, I primarily worked on writing with my students, although I did sit in on a few English A classes just to see what the kids on my team were learning about. So a typical day at Middlesex would be that I arrive at 7:30 every morning. The students have homeroom from 7:55 to about 8:20, and then they go to their first period class. I had a class first period, so with that class came almost as if they were the guinea pigs for the day because Mrs. Watt and I got to see what worked with them and what didn't work with them just so we could use it for the rest of the day with the other classes. Period 2 was team meeting, so I was not allowed to go to that. So I just went to the library or another empty classroom that the administration at Middlesex gave us interns to work in during our free periods, just so we weren't like wandering around or anything. Period 3, I had a class. Period 4 was lunch for the yellow team, so I had lunch and then I worked on a lot of things for my internship. For example, internship journals or timesheets or anything that I needed to help Mrs. Watt with. Then period 5 and 6, I had class, and then I was done. Typically, on an average day, I was done by 1 o'clock and I got to go home at 1. I felt like I did not have too much responsibility on my internship, which was a good thing because I didn't want to have to take control of the whole class. So I was happy to have some responsibility, but not like full responsibility for my students. When I first arrived at my internship, the students were working on a literary essay on a book called Roll of Thunder, Hear My Cry, that they were reading in English A. So I didn't do much my first few days, and then about the 4th or 5th day of my internship, I worked with Mrs. Watt in planning a persuasive essay about the kids' favorite ice cream. So that pretty much lasted the whole time that I was there on my internship. They were due the week before I left, and then that whole week the students presented, and on my last day we had an ice cream party to celebrate the end of the school year, end of internship, and end of the ice cream essays. So I had a really good time at Middlesex. I would definitely recommend it to any incoming seniors because it was a really good experience for me, especially because I want to become a teacher. Middlesex is a lot different on the teacher's perspective. It's not the same as if you were in middle school, so that was a plus for me. So overall, I just had a really good experience, and I would definitely recommend the internship program to any and all incoming seniors.